How's everyone this week? So, quick update. First off, Mr. Penny was unable to make the tournament ranking this past Monday, but he's going to be there Friday to share his notes. So, those of you who weren't there, you can get your notes. And again, congratulations to everyone who competed. The judges had a lot of fun, and we saw a lot of great stuff all the way through. Some good basics. Doesn't mean there weren't problems. High block is a major issue. And it's funny because if I ask people, what they want to get from this, do they want to be able to defend themselves? Do they want to be good fighters? Do they want to be good kata practitioners? People will raise their hands. But then you have a high block, which keeps you safe, which is the first block you ever learn. And I'm safe to say literally no one's doing it properly. So this week the lesson is footwork, but you're going to incorporate high blocks in with that again. We really need to get this cleaned up. I was talking with Ethan, my brother, and for him it's kind of neat because he hasn't seen really how the school has changed since he left 5-6 years ago. And he said one of the biggest issues that he's seen is, and the other judges echoed this with their things, is by the time you get to green belt, your basics should be locked in. We really shouldn't have to worry about basics anymore. Stances, draw hands, because it should be from green belt and brown belt should be about teaching you application, how to build power and speed, how to make self-defenses and fighting techniques work. We shouldn't have to worry about, can you do the technique right? Can you do it properly? And that's been a lagging issue. So it's something that we want to start focusing on because there's tons of fighting drills and self-defense stuff that I want to do, that I want to make our self-defense more viable. I mean, right now our self-defenses at black belt are okay. They'll work for maybe the average in an average situation, an average attack, but I don't want just average. All right, I want to make you guys as safe as possible. So, but to do that, I can't be teaching you high blocks at green belt and brown belt or this type of stuff. So I want you to really be thinking about that from now on when you train, that if you want to get to the point where we're talking application, if you want to be able to fight well, if you want to be able to spar, do better self-defense, and if you want to practice that stuff more, then we really I can't be spending time drilling technique as much. And that's going to depend on you. You know what you have to fix, you just have to do it. So that was my little food for thought, because there's all sorts of drills. The coolest thing about, I shouldn't say the coolest, but the one big benefit about this isolation is because I'm not running all over the place, I've had a lot of time to really think about drills and talk with different martial artists, and I really think we can, really take our self-defenses and fighting to the next level, and I really want to do that. So just keep that in mind. That's something for the future that I really want to do, and I think you guys want to do. So there's that. Again, May 1st will be the white belt test, and it'll be our first attempt. We're going to see how it goes. I've talked with Sensei Campos and Sensei Streeter, and they've given me some ideas on how to do regular testing. And as it is right now, May 15th is going to be your official pre-test. Regardless of whether we wait a month and do it live in the dojo, or we're doing it video form, virtual through Zoom, May 15th, all your katas, all your techniques have to be locked in, ready to go. And then, May 3rd, I'll have a flyer out. Is going to be the registration for the open tournament. We'll see how much interest we get, and we'll do a full-on tournament competition with other schools. I've gotten some interest from a couple people that sound like a fun idea. So again, this week is going to be footwork, but high blocks. So go back in the high block video. In fact, make it easier, I'm just going to repost it at the same time. And for the challenge, Kira called me out, wants to do sit-ups again. So yeah, I personally can't do volume sit-ups. It starts aggravating my back. So I'm going to do challenging sit-ups, the hardest type of sit-ups. And we'll submit your little video if you want to do that. And splits were a little underwhelming. We had 3 people do them. They did a good job. The people who did it did an awesome job. We just didn't have many people do it. So, all right. So I think that's it for the update. Keep training hard. If you got questions, as always, a lot of you have done one-on-one, which is awesome. So let's keep going with that. If you haven't scheduled one-on-one yet, do so. And yeah, get to work.